Hello and welcome to Spiritual Updates Worldwide, where we get with updates from India and across the world. And I'm Idris. Let's begin with the headlines.
Patriji opened Sri Ganga Bhavani Meditation Center at BAGEPALLI, CHIKBALLAPUR, Karnataka. Patriji connected with masters from around the world during Enlightenment Hour on 25th Feb 2022. Music artist Billie Eilish took to Capitol Hill to voice her support of the Healthy Future Students and Earth Act. China's 5-year plan sets forth a national strategy towards a better food system as it includes plant-based food. Mindfulness meditation practices can reduce burnout, increase compassion among patients and physicians.
On February 18, 2022, the Sri Ganga Bhavani Pyramid Meditation Center was officially opened and a wonderful meditation session was held in the presence of Dr. Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji in the municipal town of Bagepalli, district Chikballapur, Karnataka. The masters in attendance were overjoyed. Patriji has shared a wonderful message. Let's take a quick look at the video.
Whatever mind you have stuck up in that lifetime, the same mind will continue. You have a similar mind. So your mind is very important. Mind is a continuum. It can never die. What dies is only the body. What doesn't die is the mind. What lives on is the mind. So you have it. The same mind you will have. If you had a negative mind in your before death, you will continue to have the same negative mind. If you are attached to your house because you lived so many years, you will continue to live in that years. And bother those people who are otherwise there. For so many years you are attached to your wife and husband and children. The same thing will continue. You have been crying for them. You have been working for them. The same thing will happen. The same mind will be there. You will cry for them and you will work for them. Can't work for them. But you will cry for them. And there is no use of crying. Crying, you will find there is nobody is listening to you. What is the point in crying? When nobody is listening to you. Nobody is listening to you. Nobody in the world is listening to you. And you are going on crying, shouting, "Hey, I am here." What is the use? After some time you will come to know that you are dead. All this is useless, redundant. Then some sense will dawn on you. That sense is called buddhi. Manasu plus buddhi. Better to have that buddhi before you are dead.
Every Friday at 6:30 a.m. IST, Patriji's Enlightenment Hour Season 2 continues to run smoothly on multiple PMC channels. Patriji took part in an interactive digital session with masters from all over the world on February 25, 2022. Patriji also shared some inspiring messages. Let's take a look at the video.
The whole world is psychosomatic. The whole manifestation is psychosomatic. Begins with the psyche and ends with the soma. The beginning point is in the psyche, the end point is in the soma. This is what everybody has to understand. The whole world has to understand. Psychosomaticity. That is what is spiritual science. That is what is enlightenment. Nothing else is enlightenment. Psychosomaticity is the enlightenment. Psychosomaticity is the spiritual science. Everything begins with the mind and ends with the body. The mind is the psyche. The body is the soma. Psychosomatic. Everything begins with the mind. Everything means everything. There is nothing more to understand. Nothing more to understand. When you understand this, you understand everything. All the physical conditions are because of the mental conditions. All the physical realities are because of the mental realities. If you want to change the physical reality, change the mental reality.
According to a presentation at Healing Healthcare, a global mindfulness summit, mindfulness-based interventions may reduce burnout, increase compassion, and improve the patient-physician relationships. Diane Rebel, PhD, co-founder of the Stress Reduction Program at Thomas Jefferson University's Marcus Institute of Integrative Health, and Alize Sattar-Moss, PhD, Associate Director of the Jefferson Center for Mindfulness within the Marcus Institute of Integrative Health, led 2 guided meditation practices that clinicians can use to build resilience and reduce stress and burnout. Music artist Billie Eilish took to Capitol Hill to voice her support of the Healthy Future Students and Earth Act HR 4108, proposed legislation that would make plant-based entries more accessible to the students nationwide. Eilish said in a statement, and I quote, "I am proud to advocate for this legislation that will help to fight climate change, combat food insecurity, and promote health equity."
I am here to support this bill because millions of young people like me are extremely concerned about climate change, social justice, health, and preventing cruelty to animals. I was raised vegetarian and I chose to stop eating all animal products when I was 12. Once I learned about how animals are treated in our industrial food system, I didn't want any part of it. Soon after, I learned about the connection between animal agriculture and climate change. Climate change is a huge threat facing all of us, but it is especially frightening for young people and for vulnerable communities who are really going to suffer in our lifetimes unless we make drastic policy changes now. One of the most unsettling parts about climate change for young people is that it feels so out of our control. We aren't the ones elected to office, making decisions on policies that affect our future. Members of Congress have that responsibility. So shifting our diets towards more plant-based foods can have a major impact on climate change. Young people should have that choice in their school meals because it's their future at stake, the future of their own health and the future of our world. And for the many of the 30 million kids in the US who depend on meals at school, that meal may be their only reliable source of food. And if we're not making healthy, plant-based options available in our schools, we're denying people proper nutrition. At the very least, students should have the choice of nourishing plant-based foods for the sake of their own health and for the health of the planet. For people watching this from home who want to help, please tell your member of Congress you want them to support this. For those of you working on Capitol Hill, thank you so much for taking the time to come learn about this bill, and I hope that you will implore the representatives to take action. Thank you guys for having me.
As outlined in its recently released 5-year plan of China, the Chinese government is focusing on shifting its food system away from traditional animal agriculture. The 14th installation of the strategic plan includes the category Optimizing the Development Strategy of Agricultural Science and Technology, under which the government describes its intention to boost innovation in the plant-based food and protein spaces from now until 2025, as well as focusing on the emerging food technologies that help to cultivate vegan options.
CHETAN Singh Solanki, an Indian scientist and a professor at Department of Energy Science and Engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai, paid a visit to INDUR College of Engineering and Technology on Wednesday, that is February 23, 2022, and led an awareness program for students called Save Energy to Save Earth.
I, CHETAN Singh Solanki, is spoiled animal of this planet, and with my activity, we have caused pollution of air, water and soil. Climate has changed, and I am taking pledge to correct it. From today onwards, I am taking pledge to reduce my consumption. In particular, I am pledging to reduce my electricity consumption by 10%. And I am going to do this. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Well, those were the latest updates of this bulletin. This is Idris signing off, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe this video. And yes, do visit our website www.pmcenglish.com. Thank you for watching.